Did you know that the year 2026 will mark one of the most transformative and blessed cycles for the Pisces sign in the last 10 years? What if I told you that 12 specific events are already being prepared by the universe especially for you, born under this sensitive and intuitive sign? My dear Pisces, this video didn't reach you by chance. At this very moment, as you listen to my words, the cosmos is aligning powerful energies that will completely transform your reality in the coming months. And I need you to pay close attention to every word I'm going to say here, because each of these 12 revelations will make perfect sense with what you are experiencing now, with the dreams you hold in your heart, and especially with what you so desire to manifest in your life. The year 2026 will not be an ordinary year for Pisces. It will be the year in which everything you planted with faith, even in the most difficult moments, will finally begin to flourish in a way you can't even imagine. But be warned, because if you don't know exactly what to expect, you might end up missing unique opportunities that the universe has prepared exclusively for you. That's why I've compiled these 12 fundamental revelations that every Pisces needs to know before 2026 arrives. Throughout this video, you'll discover everything from profound transformations in your financial life to surprising changes in your relationships, including spiritual revelations that will connect you even more with your divine purpose. And there's something very important you need to know right now, something that will be revealed in Revelation number 7, which could completely change how you see your future. So stay with me until the end, because every minute of this video was prepared with you in mind, your sensitive heart, your generous soul, and especially what you deserve to receive in 2026. First revelation: the financial cure you've been waiting for. My dear Pisces, the time has come to talk about something that has surely been occupying your thoughts, something you may even be afraid to admit aloud, but that I know is in your heart. I'm talking about your financial situation. How many nights have you spent awake thinking about how to balance the books? How many times have you felt frustrated by working so hard, and it seems like the money simply slips through your fingers? How many opportunities have you let pass you by because you lacked resources? Well, I want you to take a deep breath now, because what I'm about to reveal will bring immense relief to your heart. The year 2026 marks the beginning of a completely new cycle in your financial life. And when I say new, I'm talking about a transformation so profound that you will look back and wonder how you managed to live that old way for so long. The universe has heard every one of your prayers, recorded every tear shed, and is now preparing a financial turnaround that goes far beyond what you can imagine at this moment. But pay attention, because I'm not talking about winning the lottery or receiving an unexpected inheritance. I'm talking about something much more solid, much more lasting, something that will be built through doors that will open almost magically in your life. You know that feeling of always swimming against the current when it comes to money? Well, in 2026 that feeling will begin to transform. You will start swimming with the tide, and you will realize that the financial flow will happen much more easily and naturally. This happens because Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, will make extremely favorable movements for your sign, creating opportunities that will appear precisely where you least expect them. It could be through a job offer that will finally value all your talent and dedication. It could be through your own business that you will start and that will prosper surprisingly. It could be through a creative idea that you will put into practice and that will become a source of income. Or it could be through investments that will finally start to yield returns. The important thing is that you understand one fundamental thing. The universe will not simply throw money into your lap. What will happen is that you will begin to see opportunities that have always been there but that you couldn't perceive. Your Piscean intuition, which is naturally very strong, will become even more acute regarding financial matters. You will start making more assertive decisions. You will be able to identify where it is worthwhile to invest your energy and time. And above all, you will develop a much healthier and more balanced relationship with money. You know that block that many Pisces have, that difficulty in charging for their own work, that tendency to give too much without receiving fair value in return? Well, in 2026 you will begin to free yourself from that once and for all. You will learn to recognize your own worth, you will be able to establish healthy boundaries, and above all, you will understand that receiving financial abundance does not make you less spiritual or less generous. On the contrary, the more prosperous you are, the more capable you will be of helping those you love and realizing your deepest dreams. Second revelation: relationships that finally make sense. Now I need to talk to you about something that touches the heart of every Pisces, both men and women. I'm talking about your relationships. And here I'm not just referring to romantic relationships. I'm talking about all the connections you maintain in your life. Friendships, family, partnerships, all those bonds that are so important to you. Because I know that you, as a Pisces, put your heart into every relationship. You give yourself, you dedicate yourself, you love with an intensity that few people can understand. But how many times has this way of loving ended up hurting you? How many times have you felt used, undervalued, misunderstood? How many times have you given your all to someone who didn't know how to recognize the treasure they had beside them? Take a deep breath now, because the time has come for this story to change completely. The year 2026 will bring a profound energy of renewal to your relationships. And the most beautiful thing is that this renewal will begin from the inside out. You're going to start relating to yourself in a completely different way, with much more self-love, much more respect for your own limits, and much more clarity about what you truly deserve to receive from people. And you know what happens when you change internally? The external world changes along with you. People who no longer vibrate at your frequency will naturally drift away, without drama, without fights. They will simply follow other paths. And that's not a reason for sadness. It's a reason for celebration. Because while some people leave, others will arrive. And what people, my goodness! You will attract true, deep, reciprocal connections into your life. People who will value you exactly as you are, with all your sensitivity, with all your emotional depth, with all your capacity to love. If you are single, prepare your heart. Because 2026 may bring that love you've always dreamed of. That love that completes you but doesn't suffocate you. That love that understands you without you needing to explain. That love that walks beside you, respecting your time and your space. And if you're already in a relationship, you can expect a beautiful deepening of that connection. Those problems that seemed impossible to solve will begin to find solutions. That communication that was difficult will flow more naturally. That complicity that may have been lost in the routine will return even stronger. But pay attention to a very important point. Venus, the planet of love, will make some challenging movements throughout the year. This means that not everything will be a bed of roses all the time. There will be moments when you will need to make difficult choices, moments when you will need to have sincere conversations, moments when you will need to decide between continuing to insist on something that doesn't do you good or having the courage to start over. And I trust that you will have all the wisdom necessary to make the right choices, because the universe will guide you every step of the way. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal. And you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Now let's continue with our video. Third revelation, the awakening of your true calling. My dear Pisces, now let's talk about something you may not even know is missing in your life, but which, when you discover it, will give everything a new meaning. I'm talking about your purpose, your true calling, what you came to do in this world. Because, you see, Pisces is a sign naturally connected to higher planes, to spiritual dimensions, to the invisible. You've always had this feeling that there's something greater, something beyond what the eyes can see, something that transcends the material world. But at the same time, living in this world so practical, so full of bills to pay and responsibilities to fulfill, you've often ended up disconnecting from this higher purpose. You ended up accepting jobs that don't fill your soul just because you need to pay the bills. You ended up following paths that other people have laid out for you, instead of following the voice of your own heart. You ended up leaving your most precious gifts and talents locked away in a drawer, waiting for the right moment that never came. Well, I have wonderful news for you. The right moment is now. The year 2026 will bring a powerful awakening to your true calling. And this awakening can happen in many ways. It could be through a very vivid dream that shows you a path you've never considered before. It could be through a casual conversation with someone who plants an important seed in your heart. It could be through a difficult situation that forces you to completely rethink the direction of your life. Or it could be through a sudden discovery of a talent you didn't even know you had. The fact is, you will begin to feel a growing restlessness, a discomfort with everything that is not aligned with who you really are. And this discomfort is not bad. It's the universe nudging you, gently pushing you in the right direction. Many Pisces will feel a strong calling to work with something that involves helping other people, caring, healing, teaching, inspiring. It could be in the health field, it could be in the education field, it could be in the spiritual field, it could be through art, music, writing. The important thing isn't exactly which field you choose, but rather that you choose something that makes your heart sing, something that makes you wake up in the morning eager to start the day, something that brings you that deep feeling of being in the right place doing the right thing. And look, I know it can be scary to think about such big changes. I know you might be thinking now, but how am I going to leave everything behind and start over? How am I going to pay my bills while I discover this new path? Take a deep breath. The universe won't abandon you in the middle of the process. The changes will happen gradually at the right time, with doors opening one at a time. You don't need to have all the answers now. You just need to be open, attentive to the signs, and have the courage to take the first step when the opportunity arises. And it will arise, you can be sure of that. Fourth revelation. A profound reconnection with your spirituality. Now is the time to talk about something that lies at the very heart of Pisces' essence. Spirituality. The connection with the divine, with the sacred, with that which lies beyond matter. You know better than anyone that you don't live by bread alone. You know there's a hunger of the soul, a thirst of the spirit, that no material achievement can completely satisfy. And perhaps lately, with so many daily worries, with so much rushing around, you've distanced yourself a little from that spiritual connection that has always been so important to you. Perhaps you've stopped meditating as often as you used to. Perhaps you've stopped talking to God, to the universe, to your spiritual guides. Perhaps you've lost those sacred moments of silence and introspection that completely renewed you. If this has happened, don't blame yourself. Modern life does have this power to pull us outward, to keep us so busy with the external that we forget to look inward. But the time has come to reverse this. The year 2026 will mark a profound return to your spirituality. And I'm not talking about imposed religiosity or following rigid rules of any specific doctrine. I'm talking about a genuine, personal, intimate connection with the sacred. You will feel a growing desire to delve deeper into spiritual practices, whether it's meditation, prayer, yoga, the study of spiritual philosophies, or contact with nature. What matters is that you will actively seek this reconnection, and the universe will respond in a wonderful way. Your intuition, which is already naturally strong, will reach surprising levels. You will begin to receive powerful insights, messages through dreams, meaningful synchronicities that will guide you in moments of doubt. You will feel the presence of the divine in a much more tangible way in your daily life. And you know what's most beautiful about all this? This spiritual reconnection will be reflected in all other areas of your life. When you are spiritually aligned, everything flows better. Your decisions become more accurate. Your relationships become more harmonious. Your health improves. Your creativity flourishes. It's as if you have found the source from which all the energy you need to live fully springs. Neptune, the ruler of your sign, will make very special movements in 2026. This means that the veil between the material world and the spiritual world will become thinner for you. You will have access to dimensions of consciousness that you may never have experienced before. You will have prophetic dreams, visions, moments of absolute clarity on issues that seemed confusing. But I need to warn you about something important. This heightened sensitivity needs to be channeled in a healthy way. You will need to learn to protect yourself energetically, to set boundaries, to not absorb the negative energies of the people around you. You will need to create energetic cleansing rituals, moments of reflection, sacred spaces where you can renew yourself. Because Pisces has this tendency to dissolve into others, to want to save everyone. And this can exhaust you if you are not careful. So use this spiritual connection also to take care of yourself, to strengthen yourself, to fill yourself with light before trying to illuminate the path of others. Fifth revelation. The radical transformation in your health. My dear Pisces, it's time we talked about something you may have neglected a little, but which is absolutely fundamental for everything else to work well in your life. I'm talking about your health, your physical body, that sacred temple that houses your beautiful soul. Have you ever stopped to think about how you're treating your body? Have you noticed the signals it's been giving you? Because the body speaks, my love, the body screams when something is wrong, but often we are so busy, so involved with 1,000 things that we simply ignore these warnings. Pisces has a natural tendency to live more in the world of emotions and dreams than in the physical world. And that's beautiful, it's part of your charm, your magic. But the problem is that sometimes you forget that you have a body that needs care, attention, affection. How many meals have you skipped because you were focused on something else? How many nights have you spent without sleeping properly because your mind wouldn't switch off? How many times have you felt that pain, that discomfort, but put it off, thinking it would go away on its own? Well, the year 2026 will bring an urgent call for you to take better care of yourself. And this call can come in different forms. It could be through a symptom that finally forces you to seek medical help. It could be through someone close to you who is going through a delicate health situation and makes you reflect on the importance of prevention. It could be through an inner awakening, a sudden awareness that you need to make significant changes in your habits. The important thing is that you don't ignore these signs. Because the good news is that 2026 also brings a very favorable energy for healing and regeneration. If you have any long-standing health problems, this could be the year you finally find the right treatment. If you have been struggling with an addiction or compulsion, this could be the year you finally break free. If you have been carrying emotional pain that manifests in your body, this could be the year you make peace with the past and allow your body to heal as well. Mars will make some important transits that will give you energy and willingness to take better care of yourself. You'll feel the urge to move more, to exercise, to get out of a sedentary lifestyle. You'll have more discipline to maintain healthy routines, something that's usually difficult for Pisces, who prefer to flow freely without fixed schedules. But you'll realize that a certain structure actually liberates you instead of trapping you. When you take good care of your body, when you sleep the necessary hours, when you eat nutritiously, when you exercise regularly, you have much more energy to do everything you love. Your creativity flows better, your mood improves, your ability to handle challenges increases. It's as if you've found the key to accessing the best version of yourself. And look, I also need to talk about mental and emotional health, which for Pisces is as important as physical health. You may need to seek professional support, whether it's therapy, psychotherapy, or some practice that helps you process your emotions in a healthier way. Don't be ashamed of that, don't see it as weakness. On the contrary, seeking help is an act of courage, an act of self-love. And you deserve all the support you need to flourish to your full potential. Sixth revelation. Complete renewal in the home and family. The time has come to talk about that place you love so much. That space that represents safety and comfort for your sensitive heart. I'm talking about your home, your house, the environment where you recharge your energies. And we'll also talk about your family, those people who share ties of blood or heart with you. The year 2026 will bring significant changes in this area of your life. And when I say changes, I'm talking about both physical and emotional transformations. In the physical aspect, you may feel a strong need to transform your space. You may finally do that renovation you've been planning for so long. You may feel like completely changing the decor, creating an environment that better reflects who you are today. You may even move house, city, or region. Yes, big changes are on the horizon for many Pisces men and women. And that doesn't have to scare you. Even if changes take you out of your comfort zone, you will realize that they are necessary for your growth, for your evolution. The environment that served you well during one phase of your life may no longer serve the person you are becoming. And it's okay to let go of the old to make room for the new. But let's also talk about family dynamics because that's where things get really interesting. Pisces is a sign that highly values family, that has a deep connection with its roots, with its ancestors, with its family history. But at the same time, you often carry family patterns that aren't yours, pains that aren't yours, expectations that aren't yours. And in 2026, you will have the opportunity to do a deep cleansing of all this. You will begin to see more clearly which family patterns you want to keep and which ones you need to leave behind. You will have difficult but necessary conversations with family members. You will establish boundaries that you never managed to establish before. You will position yourself in a way that may surprise everyone, including yourself. And you know what will happen? Some family relationships will be greatly strengthened because they will go through this process of cleansing and renewal. Others may distance themselves, at least temporarily, because people may not be ready to accept your new stance. And that's okay. You're not responsible for keeping everyone happy. You don't need to sacrifice yourself to maintain family harmony. You have the right to live your own life, to follow your own path, even if it displeases some people. The moon, which has a very strong influence on family and home matters, will go through very significant phases throughout 2026. This means that your emotions related to family will be more on edge. You will feel everything more intensely, but this emotional intensity is not bad. It is necessary for you to process everything that needs to be processed, for you to heal old wounds, for you to free yourself from grudges that you have been carrying for years, perhaps even from other generations. And for those Pisces men and women who are thinking about starting a family, whether through marriage or through children, 2026 may bring very beautiful developments in that direction. This could be the year you finally find the right person to build something solid with. It could be the year you decide to take the next step in an existing relationship. It could be the year that long-awaited pregnancy happens. Or it could be the year you expand your family in other ways, welcoming people who become family at heart. The important thing is that you will feel a deep desire to put down roots, to build something lasting, to have a place in the world that is truly yours. Seventh revelation. The explosion of your creativity and personal expression. My dear Pisces, prepare yourself because this seventh revelation will touch on something that lies at the very core of your essence. I'm talking about your creativity, your ability to create, to imagine, to give form to the invisible. Pisces is known as one of the most creative signs of the entire zodiac, perhaps the most creative of all. You have a fertile imagination, an ability to daydream, an ease in moving between different realities that few people possess. But I want to ask you something with all my affection. What have you been doing with all this creative potential? Have you been giving vent to this force that pulsates within you? Or have you been keeping it stored away, repressed, suffocated by the obligations of daily life? How many creative projects have you started and not finished? How many brilliant ideas have you had and let die because you thought they weren't good enough? How many times have you compared yourself to other people and given up before even trying? Well, the time has come for all of that to change. The year 2026 will bring a creative explosion to your life, like you've never experienced before. It's as if all the floodgates open at once and all that pent-up creativity begins to gush forth with full force. You will feel an urgent need to create, to express, to let out everything that's inside. And most importantly, you will have the courage to show your creations to the world, something that may have always scared you in the past. Because Pisces often creates for themselves, are ashamed to expose their creations, are afraid of judgment, prefer to keep everything in the private world of imagination. But in 2026 you will understand that your creations are not just yours. They need to be shared. They have the power to touch other people, to inspire, to heal, to transform. And when you hide this from the world, you are depriving other people of receiving what only you can offer in the unique way that only you can offer. This creative explosion can manifest in countless ways. You may finally write that book you've always wanted to write. You may start painting, drawing, doing crafts. You can venture into music, whether playing an instrument, singing, or composing. You can start creating content, whether for social media, videos, or any other format. You can dedicate yourself to photography, film, or theater. You can channel your creativity into your work, bringing innovative solutions, thinking outside the box, proposing ideas that no one else has had. The format doesn't matter so much. What matters is that you allow this creative energy to flow freely through you. And look, there's a very special astrological energy happening in 2026 that favors exactly that. Venus will make beautiful aspects with Neptune, the ruler of your sign. This creates a perfect combination for artistic expression, for beauty, for inspiration. It's as if you have a direct connection to the universal source of all creativity. You will wake up with ideas, you will have insights in the middle of the day, you will dream of images and concepts that will give you the basis for wonderful creations. But there's an important detail I need to tell you. Creating is wonderful, but you'll also need to learn to finish things, to follow through on projects, to not abandon everything halfway through when the initial inspiration fades. Because Pisces has this tendency to start 1,000 things and finish none. The energy is so strong that you'll want to do everything at once. So you'll need a little discipline, a little focus to channel all that creativity productively. And another thing, don't let perfectionism paralyze you. Your creations don't need to be perfect to be valuable. They just need to be authentic. They need to have your essence, your unique touch. And they already have that naturally because they come from within you. Eighth revelation. Profound transformation in friendships and groups. Now let's talk about something you might not expect, but that will have a huge impact on your life throughout 2026. I'm talking about your friendships, the groups you belong to, the communities you're part of. You know very well how important friendships are to you. Pisces values true connections, deep conversations, those friends who are practically soul brothers and sisters. But do the friendships you have today truly nourish you? Do the people you spend time with really understand and value you? Or have you maintained certain friendships out of habit, out of fear of being alone, out of not wanting to hurt anyone? Because one of the most striking characteristics of Pisces is this difficulty in cutting ties, even when they no longer make sense. You tend to give too many chances to believe that people will change, to sacrifice yourself to maintain relationships that actually drain you. Well, the year 2026 will bring a shakeup to this area of your life. And it may be uncomfortable, it may even be painful, but it will be absolutely necessary and liberating. You'll begin to see very clearly who the people truly are on your side are, and who only appear when they need something. You'll notice who genuinely celebrates your victories, and who feels envy disguised as concern. You'll identify who supports you in difficult times, and who disappears precisely when you need them most. And based on all this clarity, you'll make choices. You'll have the courage to distance yourself from toxic friendships, from groups that no longer resonate with you, from environments where you don't feel comfortable being yourself. And look, this doesn't mean you'll become a cold or insensitive person. It simply means you'll learn to value quality over quantity. It means you'll prefer having a few true friends to many superficial acquaintances. But the wonderful news is that while some people leave your life, others will arrive. And what special people will arrive, my God? You'll attract souls who truly understand you, who speak your language, who share your values and your dreams. You'll find your group, your tribe, those people with whom you can be completely authentic without fear of judgment. These new friendships may arise in unexpected places. It could be through courses you take, events you attend, online groups you join, or causes you get involved in. The important thing is that you are open to meeting new people, to stepping out of your comfort zone, to allowing yourself to create bonds with people you never imagined before. And something very interesting will happen. You will feel drawn to participating in groups, communities, and collective movements. It could be a spiritual study group, an artistic collective, a social movement, or any kind of gathering of people around a common purpose. And this participation will be very enriching for you. It will take you away from that tendency towards isolation that Pisces sometimes has. It will make you feel part of something bigger. It will show you that you are not alone in your searches and anxieties. Uranus, the planet of sudden changes, will make some interesting aspects with the area of friendships in your chart. This means you might receive unexpected news from old friends you haven't seen in a long time. You might surprisingly reconnect with people from the past. You might make whirlwind friendships, those instant connections where it feels like you've known the person for ages even though you just met. So pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities, the encounters that seem orchestrated by the universe. Because nothing will happen by chance in 2026. Ninth revelation. The professional recognition you deserve. My dear Pisces, now let's talk about something that will surely make your heart flutter with anticipation. I'm talking about your work, your career, the professional recognition you so richly deserve, but perhaps haven't yet received. How many years have you been working hard, dedicating yourself, giving your best? How many times have you done far more than expected, pushed yourself beyond your limits, and still felt undervalued? How many of your ideas have been appropriated by others who took the credit? How many times have you been passed over for promotions even knowing you deserved more than the person chosen? If you identified with any of these situations, take a deep breath now, because I'm about to give you news that will warm your heart. The year 2026 marks a significant turning point in your professional life. It's as if finally, all the seeds you planted with so much effort will begin to sprout at the same time. All the work you've done behind the scenes, all the dedication that no one saw, all the talent you have but that may have been underestimated, all of that will begin to be recognized in a concrete and visible way. And when I say recognition, I'm not just talking about empty praise or pats on the back. I'm talking about recognition that translates into real opportunities, promotions, salary increases, interesting proposals, and doors opening. You might receive a much better job offer than your current one. You might finally get that promotion you've been seeking for so long. You might be invited to lead an important project. You might have the opportunity to completely change fields and finally pursue what you're truly passionate about. Or you might even decide to become an entrepreneur. Open your own business, work for yourself doing what you love. The sun will make very favorable transits through your career house throughout the year. This means you will shine, you will stand out, you will attract the attention of the right people. Your tendency to stay in the background, to not self-promote, to be ashamed to show your worth, will need to give way to a more assertive posture. You will need to learn to assert yourself, to talk about your achievements, to ask for what you deserve. And I know this may be uncomfortable for you at first, because Pisces doesn't like to brag, doesn't like to seem arrogant. But there is a huge difference between arrogance and recognizing your own worth. You don't need to dim your light so that other people can shine. You can shine brightly and still be humble, generous, and kind. One thing doesn't exclude the other. Now, I need to warn you about something important. With more recognition and visibility come more responsibilities, more demands, more pressure. You will need to learn to deal with this without becoming overwhelmed, without entering exhaustion mode, without sacrificing your mental and physical health in the name of professional success. Because what good is conquering the whole world if you lose yourself in the process? So establish healthy boundaries from the beginning. Learn to say no when necessary. Delegate tasks instead of trying to do everything yourself. Take care of yourself while building your career, because one thing cannot happen at the expense of the other. And one more very important thing, trust your process. Trust in divine timing. Not everything will happen overnight. Some achievements will require patience, persistence, and resilience. But every step you take in the right direction, however small it may seem, is bringing you closer to what you so desire. So don't give up. Don't get discouraged in difficult times. Keep doing your best. Keep believing in your potential. Keep walking even when the destination still seems distant. Because it's not as far away as you imagine. 10th revelation. Financial freedom through investments and unexpected gains. The time has come to talk about something that could completely change the course of your financial life, and that many Pisces don't even imagine is about to happen. I'm talking about unexpected gains. Money that will arrive in ways you weren't expecting. Investment opportunities that will present themselves almost miraculously. You know, the universe has very interesting ways of surprising us when we least expect it. And in 2026, Pisces will be especially favored in this regard. It could be through an inheritance you didn't even know you were going to receive. It could be through an old legal process that finally resolves in your favor. It could be through an investment you made some time ago that will yield a much greater return than you expected. It could be through prizes, raffles, winnings, and games. It could be through partnerships and collaborations that will bring significant financial benefits. Or it could be through creative ideas that you will transform into sources of passive income. Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, will make very favorable movements in relation to your house of shared resources and unexpected gains. This opens doors for you to receive money in unconventional ways, not just through your direct work, but through various channels you might not even have considered. But be aware, because these opportunities will require you to be open and attentive. If an investment opportunity arises, you will need the courage to take the risk, even if it seems daunting at first. If someone proposes a partnership, you will need to carefully evaluate it, but also not let fear paralyze you. If a chance to diversify your income sources arises, you will need to be willing to learn new things and step out of your comfort zone. Now, I need to give you some very important advice. Pisces sometimes has a somewhat complicated relationship with money. You can either be so detached that you don't give due importance to financial matters, or you can have deep blocks regarding receiving and prospering. So before anything else, you will need to work on your financial mindset. You will need to get rid of limiting beliefs such as money doesn't bring happiness, spiritual people can't be rich, I don't deserve abundance. These beliefs are traps that keep you stuck in cycles of scarcity. The truth is, you deserve all the abundance in the world. And the more prosperous you are, the more capable you will be of doing good, helping those you love, fulfilling your dreams, and contributing to making the world a better place. There is no conflict between being spiritual and being prosperous. In fact, true spirituality leads you to prosperity on all levels, including the financial one. So open your heart to receive. Open your hands to receive. Allow the universe to surprise you with its generosity. And when money comes, whether through unexpected gains or through your work, remember to manage it wisely. Don't spend everything impulsively. Don't lend to everyone who asks. Don't be swayed by schemes that promise quick and easy enrichment. Use reason along with intuition. Seek guidance from serious professionals if you are going to invest. Build a solid financial foundation that will give you security and peace of mind in the long term. Because true abundance is not just about having a lot of money now. It's about having sufficient resources, well managed, that allow you to live with dignity, fulfill your dreams, and have peace of mind. And that is absolutely within your reach in 2026. 11th revelation. Healing emotional traumas and releasing the past. My dear Pisces, we've now reached a revelation that may be difficult to hear. but is absolutely necessary for your complete transformation. We're going to talk about your past, about the wounds you carry, about the traumas that you may not even have realized still influence your life today. Pisces is a sign that feels everything very deeply. You absorb emotions like a sponge. You carry not only your own pain, but often the pain of those around you, and even ancestral pain from past generations of your family. How many times have you felt sad without really knowing why? How many times have you carried a weight on your chest that seemed to have no logical explanation? How many times have you cried over things that weren't even yours but that you felt were? Know that you are not obligated to carry all of this. You don't need to be the repository of all the world's pain. You don't need to suffer for the suffering of others. And above all, you don't need to continue living under the shadow of past traumas that should have been healed long ago. The year 2026 will bring powerful opportunities for deep emotional healing. And when I say healing, I'm not talking about putting on a bandage and pretending everything is okay. I'm talking about going to the root of the wound, looking at it without fear, processing all the repressed pain, and finally freeing yourself from what held you captive. This healing can happen through therapy. And if you're not already in therapy, seriously consider starting in 2026. You may think you don't need it, that you can handle everything on your own, but let me tell you something. Everyone needs help at some point. And seeking professional help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom, self-care, and courage. You deserve a safe space where you can talk about everything that afflicts you, where you can cry without judgment, where you can process your emotions in a healthy way. Healing can also happen through spiritual practices. It could be meditation that connects you with deeper layers of your being. It could be energy work, such as Reiki or other energy healing techniques. It can be through liberation rituals, where you symbolically release everything that no longer serves you. It can be through forgiveness, both of other people and of yourself. Forgiveness. This is such an important theme for you. How many grudges do you still hold? How many people have you not yet been able to fully forgive? And most importantly, how many times have you blamed yourself for things that weren't even your responsibility? How many times have you been too hard on yourself, demanding an impossible perfection from yourself? The time has come for you to forgive yourself, to accept that you did the best you could with the resources you had at each moment, to understand that to err is human, and that each mistake was actually a necessary learning experience, to look in the mirror with compassion instead of criticism. Pluto, the planet of profound transformations, will make significant movements in 2026. This means that processes of death and rebirth will happen on an emotional level. Old parts of you will need to die so that new parts can be born. You'll need to let go of old versions of yourself, identities you've built based on trauma, behavioral patterns that were defense mechanisms, but now only limit you. And I won't lie to you, this process can be intense. There may be moments when you feel lost, not knowing who you are without all those masks. There may be moments of crisis, of deep questioning, of wanting to go back. But don't go back. Keep moving forward. Because on the other side of this transformation, a more authentic, freer, more whole version of yourself awaits you. A version that no longer needs to carry the weight of the past, that has learned from it but is no longer bound by it. A version that can finally fully live in the present and create the future it truly desires. 12th revelation. The complete blossoming of your being. And finally, we arrive at the last revelation, the one that summarizes and crowns all the others. We've reached the moment to talk about the complete blossoming of your being, about you fully becoming who you were always destined to be. Because, you see, all these transformations that I've shared with you throughout this video, all these changes in different areas of your life, they are not isolated, they don't happen separately. They are all interconnected, all working together for a greater purpose. What is that purpose? It's the purpose of you finally becoming the most complete, most fulfilled, most authentic version of yourself. Think about it. When you heal your financial issues, when your relationships become healthier, when you discover your true calling, when you reconnect with spirituality, when you take care of your health, when you renovate your home, when your creativity explodes, when your friendships transform, when you receive professional recognition, when you prosper financially, when you heal your emotional traumas, what happens? You become whole. You become complete. You become yourself in the fullest possible way. And that's exactly what 2026 is bringing to you. A year of integration. A year of complete alignment between all aspects of your life. It's no longer a situation of having one good area and others bad. It's no longer that constant imbalance where you sacrifice one thing to have another. It's a movement towards wholeness, where all areas of your life can thrive simultaneously, each at its own pace, each in its own way, but all moving in the same direction. And you know what's most beautiful about all this? When you flourish, when you fully become who you are, you inspire other people to do the same. Your transformation doesn't just benefit you, it radiates to everyone around you. People will look at you and think, if she could do it, I can too. Your journey becomes a beacon of hope for other souls who are still struggling in the darkness. And this is completely aligned with the spiritual mission of Pisces. You didn't come to this world just for your own evolution. You came to help in collective evolution. You came to be a channel of light, of healing, of love, of inspiration. But you can only fully accomplish this mission when you yourself are healed, when you yourself are aligned, when you yourself are flourishing. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot inspire transformation without first transforming yourself. So all this work you will do in 2026, all this process of change and growth is not selfishness. It is preparation. It is you preparing yourself to fulfill your greater mission in this world. Neptune, the ruler of your sign, will be in very special positions throughout the year. This means that you will have access to levels of consciousness that go far beyond the ordinary. You will have profound insights into the meaning of life, about your purpose, about the nature of reality. You will have mystical experiences, moments of spiritual ecstasy, sensations of connection with the whole that will completely transform your worldview. And all this will give you a solid foundation of understanding about who you really are. No longer the small, limited identity based on fears and conditioning, but your true identity, your divine essence, that part of you that is eternal, that is pure light, that is unconditional love. When you reconnect with that essence, when you remember who you truly are, everything changes. Problems that seemed immense become small. Worries that consumed you lose their power. The fear that paralyzed you dissolves. And you begin to live from a place of deep confidence, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do, and that everything is unfolding according to a perfect plan, even when you can't see the whole picture. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. My dear Pisces, we've reached the end of this very special video. But in truth, we've only reached the beginning of a wonderful journey that awaits you in 2026. I've shared with you 12 powerful revelations, 12 events that will profoundly and transformatively mark your year. But now the most important part is up to you. Because information without action doesn't generate transformation. You may know everything I've told you, you may agree with every word, you may feel in your heart that it's true. But if you don't act, if you don't open yourself to receive these blessings, if you don't do your part in this dance with the universe, things won't manifest as fully as they could. So I want to extend an invitation to you. An invitation for you to embrace 2026 with courage, with faith, with openness. An invitation for you to trust the process, even when you don't understand everything, even when the path seems uncertain. An invitation for you to allow yourself to dream big, to desire intensely, to believe that you deserve all the good things life has to offer. Because you deserve it, my love. You deserve abundance, you deserve true love, you deserve perfect health, you deserve professional fulfillment, you deserve inner peace, you deserve happiness. And all of that is waiting for you. It's right there ahead, closer than you imagine. You just need to take one step at a time in the right direction, trusting that each step brings you closer to your destiny. And always remember, you are not alone on this journey. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Your spiritual guides are protecting and guiding you. The right people will appear at the right time to help you. And you have within you all the strength, all the wisdom, all the power necessary to overcome any challenge and achieve any dream. Before I say goodbye, I want to ask you one thing. If this video touched your heart, if these words made sense to you, if you felt that this message was made especially for you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with other Pisces you know. Leave your comment below telling me your birth date and which of these 12 revelations touched your heart the most. This helps me better understand what you need to hear and create increasingly targeted content for you. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, Subscribe now and activate the notification bell. That way you won't miss any important messages that the universe has to deliver to you through my videos. And if you want to support this work, if you want these messages to continue reaching you and touching the hearts of thousands of other people, consider becoming a channel member. Your contribution, however small, makes all the difference and allows me to continue dedicating my time and energy to bringing you this quality content. I wish you an absolutely magical, transformative, blessed 2026. May each of these revelations manifest in your life in the most beautiful way possible. May you flourish to your full potential. May you shine with all your light. And may you be immensely happy, because you deserve all the happiness in the world. A huge kiss to your heart. Until the next video.